Good day, my friends. Okay, we're working on the John Deere self-propelled lawnmower that I did the motor transplant on, and I'm trying to get this plastic shroud off of here so that I can mold it back together again with some JB weld, rivets, whatever I can find. And the cover has to come off by getting rid of this rivet right here. Okay, right there. Do you see that rivet right there? Let me have a look. I got the camera facing the wrong way. And I already drilled this one out over there. So I think I have the solution, but getting it around this control lever might be an issue. This is the stuff that wasn't designed to be fixed, right? There we are. You guys know I like rivets. Now this is cracked, but when we put it back in, it won't be. So, shake it down a little bit because I'm reaching up and it's on a hoist. Good. Good, that's perfect. I can just get it around there without cracking it any further. Beauty. Ha ha ha! Har, Billy! And this lever might just come off, because it isn't just a lock for the handlebar. So that's going to work. So now all we got to do, I know, I picked the craziest things to fix, right? But this is part of small engine repairs, and more so every year, are these little cracks like that right there. So first you clean them with solvent, then you get a lined piece of tin or something that has some strength, right? And then at the same time, without gooping up your riveter, right, you rivet and contact cement it back together again. But I like using rivets to repair plastic because there really isn't much that'll hold that. I mean, you can crazy glue that and in one bump and she's snapped open again. So let me just turn you off now that we have the piece of material in our hot little hands, and we'll come back when I've got this figured out. Alright, hi guys, I got a question for you. That's how it's going to look when it's fixed. I just put it back on. I haven't glued anything yet. But you know, it's a lawnmower, right? It's not a Lamborghini Countach. So what do you guys think about just leaving that off of there? It does absolutely nothing functionally. It's just a piece of plastic. Could you get away with that if that was your John Deere? I do realize these springs are right here, or springs and some kind of a torsion nut for this rotating up bar. It's probably just to protect people's fingers and stuff, but gosh, it's not that bad. You know, you see worse on older stuff, which is why I guess they make the new stuff. I personally don't mind that, but I got to think about it. Then it's not original, right? But we don't have the same motor in there either, do we? Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save that plastic. Save that plastic! Put some signs up. Okay, so I got 3 pieces. This one has just a little tiny curvature in the end, and it's going to go right there. Okay. This one has a bit of a down curve It's going to go down here. We're going to put 4, well, we might go back to 2 rivets, eh? So 3 rivets there with 1 rivet there. And then this was the hard one. Once that's on, we're going to put this guy on in the outside corner down here. So I am going to, first of all, drill the holes for this major one right here. And I think I'm only going to rivet him twice. I got 4 holes here, and I've got 2 holes on one side and 1 on the other. So let's just, because we don't want too many rivets, that is our first one. Okay, hole number 1. See, there's nothing to this, eh? Now we can use these like clecos, eh? If you don't know what a cleco is, you're going to find out in 3 seconds. And I'm also going to be actually finishing the rivets from the other side. But this is just to hold all our little buddies together. This is just to hold all our happy little rivets together. I know, the Bob Ross, right? Come on, baby. Oh. It's almost lunchtime for this old guy. I got so much to do today, but I fiddle around until 11 o'clock in the morning and then I go outside. Okay, let's just have a look at the other side to see if, ooh, well, that might be all right. Don't forget, we got 3 of these plates coming. I like rivets. Rivets look better than wire. They look relatively professional, right? Okay, so that's going to be our outside. And we're going to cover that with a light film of JB Weld as well. Now the next one I think I should drill is this corner. This is going to be the toughie, because I might have to do it from the outside. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna just pound on this a bit and I'll be right back. Okay, we're moving forward. I don't want to move anything because I got, this is all visually lining up, drilling from the other side. Good. One more hole and we're done drilling. I am putting this piece of plastic on because it is part of the personality of the machine. Whoops. Nothing is easy though. Remember that. That rivet might be toast. And when we're done, you won't even see the heads of the rivets, I don't think. Good. Perfection. Now I wonder if I can drill that last one from the easy side. Perfect. Now I'm going to shove it in through the other side just to see what that's going to look like too. Now with a good amount of JB Weld, we're not. This is going to be probably stronger than it was when it was new. I am a fan of it. Oh, we're not through. There we are. Alright guys, we're ready to JB Weld this together now. It wasn't a long break for you, but I had a 15-minute sandwich. I like to use a putty knife on this JB weld, and I like to use a tiny little screwdriver. Like that. You mix, come on over this way. And I like to mix equal amounts. I think this will be the last time I use these 2 tubes, and I've got another 2 tubes in the wings, as they say. I'm gonna mix up the last of her. Okay. I don't know if I can get any more out of that, but we won't throw it away until we're done, right? The piles have to be about the same size. And I do use this stuff for everything. I've even heard of guys repairing pistons with it, if you can imagine. You with me here? Now if you use a putty knife, you can keep it all together in the same place. And I do have a rag here with solvent on it, and it just keeps life good. Okay, let's just move things around a little bit now. And I think the main one is the long straight one first. So now, I didn't mention this, but the reason, and you've got a few minutes to play with this stuff. The reason why I use this stuff is that when the rivet expands, no, that's not the exact stuff. The reason why I use this is when the rivet expands, it expands exactly to the size of that plate, and you just cut out what you need. It's much like using rivet washers that are individual washers, you can see in there. But when you're splicing plastic, this is better. Okay, here we go. Take one out. Take another one out. And this is the one we're going to start with. Are you with me? Just cleaning this a little bit. Blow it off with some air. And we are there. So let's start gooping on the gooping on. I wonder if I should just use my fingers. I think I'm going to use my fingers. And then our piece of metal, we're going to goop just the one side. Doesn't have to be thick. Good. And we just lay him down in there like that. And if we're lucky at all, now I'm going to turn this over, wipe my hands, get the JB weld off my gloves/hands. And this is the big kahuna. Can I say that? Is that okay to say that? I'm going to start with the easy hole first. Maybe. Okay, let's just have a look. Yes, we're there. Good. That doesn't look too bad. So wipe the... Now this is going to be a messy job if I don't take my time. So we need another rivet. I'm very tempted to just stick this one through and not clamp it if I can, so that we're creeping up on the splice. There. I don't know if I can do that and still clamp the corner. Oh, it's not going all the way through. Doesn't want to. Nope. Okay, where's my little needle nose? Right here. There we go. Oh, it's not going all the way down though. There we go. Are we all the way in? Yes, we are. I can wipe off all of the rest of this nonsense later. Yes, I'm going to take this one out now, so we know he's okay. And this is where you want your plastic to line up now, eh? Let's just take a little bit of JB weld, stick them in the crack, both sides. Okay. Wipe the hands off. Wipe the JB weld that's accumulated everywhere else. This is not easy doing this kind of stuff, you guys. Sometimes I lay a piece of tape down too, just so that you get a nice line. We might do that after. Okay, let's squeeze this guy in there. I think he's ready. I'm gonna push him and pull him at the same time. We'll grab him there and we'll push. Oh, I probably have to get rid. There it is. I have to get rid of the other stud from the last rivet. You guys getting any of this? Are you with me? Oh, it's gonna work. Barely. Good. One more. In the center. Oh, I don't like that rivet. Isn't that weird, eh? You don't like a rivet. Pardon me, I just got to interfere with your view there for a minute. Okay, push down and start squeezing. Hopefully this splices the plastic together. All right. Yes, that's really good. You see that? Now we're just going to clean things up for a minute. Now we're going to do the side one. I don't know if you're with me or not on this one now. I get going and I don't have time for the camera sometimes. Good. Okay, let's do it. Which one's first? I say the middle one. Push like crazy, squeeze like crazy. There we go. Good. I think I better do this corner one. You could be surprised. And you're still watching this, I think, right? No, I just gotta clean this up because I don't know what I've got for ugliness. Is this? might be able to wipe it off with the rag to a line. I'm running low on product. Well, that was fun. Now, let's wipe it up to a level, right? It's pretty good, you know. You got to think of what it was. I didn't even think anybody's going to notice that. Okay, so I'm going to just clean up my tools and get a clean rag and wipe this down to make sure I've got no smears. So thanks for watching this. We'll come back when it's dry. Alright, my friends. The lawnmower's up in the air right now. I'm starting to work on a wheel. But there's our fix. Can you see that without too much daylight? Let's see, it's right by here, so the fix should be there. Anyway, the fix looks good. There it is. And it's bolted in. I ended up using a 1/4 inch bolts and tightening them from the front. But they're round, eh? And now I'm just working on this. This is just a little bit flimsy. I want a little more tension in this arm. And you know what that means. As long as we don't snap it, we'll be good. So I'm just going to take that arm off there now. Torx T30 on here. Not coming. Well, that one is. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's got a little squirter on there. Now that we've got the lawnmower operational, I don't want to do anything that risks that, eh? It doesn't want to come. Son of gun. But we have other son of gun. Good. Alright. So now I just want to put a little more spring into this guy and get the rest off of it. I'll be right back. So I want to improve this angle here. I need a little bit more bending right there. All the way along there maybe. Pop it on there and see if it helped at all. You don't want to bend it, right? You just want to put some spring in it. Like put some spring in your step. Okay, here we go. Didn't want to do that. Don't want any surprises. Working on a lawnmower. Okay, that's going to hold. Now, what about this shield? Oh, it's just sitting there. Good, I am just going to take a little wire brush to that while it's on. These are the opportunities you got to take, okay? And then a little air. And that'll do, because it's not broken. Okay, now the wheel. It's a heavy lawnmower. Good, and then there's just one little, oh no, washer. Like that. And then like that. Isn't that something, eh? You know who I'm thanking every time I bring this up. Perfect. All right. Now we got one other problem. Oh, I never did check this. It's okay. It does go to the end now. It used to just sit. It used to just sit like that. And now it's sitting like that. Okay, FYI guys, I got a grade 8 bolt that was 3/4 of an inch longer than the other one we took off the Toro, because the engine had a different size thread right on the output of the crankshaft. So there, that's pretty much it now, except for the electrical. She looks good, huh? I do need another hubcap for the John Deere cap, eh? I'll look around for those. Almost want to bring her down and start her up. Alright, my friends. Try and get the bench out of there. Demo on the John Deere JS25. Repowered with a Toro Quantum Briggs & Stratton engine the same size as the one that was blown in this mower. Well, I think I'm finished the John Deere JS25. Let's just do it. Let's just do a cold, I don't like the word cold start, but let's just do a start when it hasn't been running for a few hours and it's actually been sitting for probably 3 or 4 days now. And it's time to move it on out of here. This may interest you. You guys have probably figured it out. This has been sitting around a little longer than it should have, and it ended up having an intermittent issue with the coil. And usually they take 5 minutes to warm up and start failing, but this one you would start up and then it would start acting up and start acting up, and if you have an automatic choke on a piece of equipment and they act up 30 seconds after you start them up, it's usually the choke. So I kept going back and checking the automatic choke and checking the automatic choke, and it looked good, it looked good, it looked good. And I even put the carburetor from the original John Deere Briggs & Stratton on there, not the Toro, and that made no difference. And you know, and there really isn't anything to a Briggs & Stratton carburetor, just a bowl, a jet, and an emulsion tube. Well, a little bit else, of course, there's some engineering there. So finally I decided, what the heck, I'm going to change the coil. And I changed the coil on this bad boy, and you saw how it just snaps and stays running, and it runs like that. It runs like that for a very long period of time. So this project started last year, right? So she's ready to go, and it's a nice mower. Thanks a lot for watching this series, guys. Really, I really appreciate it. Here we go. I don't think it gets any better than that. No rattling, no problems. And whoops, I'll just cross over here. So thank you for watching this series, guys.